A couple is exploring the Alps, the highest and most extensive mountain range in Central Europe. They are seasoned hikers. They like to venture off the beaten path and explore lesser-known routes. So they take a shortcut through the snow. Suddenly, they spot something strange protruding from the ice. Something brown. The closer they get, the clearer it becomes what they've just stumbled upon. A dead body. The couple assumes it must be the remains of some lost mountaineer who suffered a fatal accident. They hike back to a refuge and tell the landlord about their discovery. The man notifies the authorities. At this point, no one realizes that the two hikers have just accidentally discovered one of the oldest mummies in the world. It will become one of the most extraordinary archaeological finds in history, because this man comes right from the Copper Age. For thousands of years, his body lay frozen in the ice, almost perfectly preserved. It will reveal incredible secrets from a long-forgotten era. We modeled the mummy in realistic detail to show you. It tells tales of a life marked by hardship, bitter conflicts, and an unsolved murder mystery. 4 days later, a recovery team sets out to extract the body. They use a jackhammer and ice picks to chip the body out of the ice. It's a male corpse.
Ich konnte ja sagen, der ist sicher tot, liegt schon lange hier oben, wahrscheinlich im Wasser, sehr lang im Eis.
The body is placed in a rescue bag and flown by helicopter to the nearby village of Wendt, Austria. A mortician is already waiting on the ground with a hearse. The body doesn't fit in the coffin, so they break his arm and force the lid shut. They drive the body to the Institute of Forensic Medicine in Innsbruck, Austria. An archaeologist is called in to take a closer look at the corpse. And the expert soon realizes this body is old. Like really old.
Als ich heute Morgen um 8 Uhr zum ersten Mal den Leichnam zusammen mit den beigefundenen Artefakten sah, war es sofort klar, dass es sich um einen vorgeschichtlichen Fund handelt.
The body is in remarkably good condition. It's what scientists call a wet mummy, meaning the body was mummified naturally in the glacier ice. The bones, tissue, and even internal organs are relatively well preserved. No one has ever seen a mummy quite like this before. The researchers go straight to work. The mystery of this case will keep them busy for decades. Who was this man? When exactly did he live? And how did he die? Finds like this make you realize what humans were already capable of thousands of years ago. Around the same time the mystery man in the ice died, people in Mesopotamia and Egypt were inventing writing. And today we have tools that help us perfect it. One of the best ones out there is Grammarly. It started out as a powerful proofreading add-on and developed into a sophisticated AI writing partner that helps professionals write better and faster so they can get their work done. Grammarly helps you take your writing from top-of-your-head draft to polished professional copy. Whether you're emailing your team, crafting proposals, writing reports, or drafting posts and captions, Grammarly works inside your everyday apps. Email client, word processor, browser, CRM, sales tools, you name it. No need to switch platforms, no copy-pasting. It helps you cut down on the endless back and forth. It helps you strike the right tone, hit the perfect level of formality, and make sure your message lands. All in real time and in a few clicks, not a few hours. Now you can try all of that for free. Just head to grammarly.com/fern to download Grammarly to test some of these features. The body is 1.54 meters long and weighs about 13 kilos. Judging by his feet, he'd wear European-size 38 shoes today. The Iceman appears to be seriously inked. There are a total of 61 tattoos scattered across his body. All of them are simple lines and crosses. They are located here, 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 and down here. His teeth are worn down, his wisdom teeth missing. His lungs are blackened with soot. His arteries are hardened, and he has 3 gallstones. He broke his nose at least once in his life and suffered multiple fractured ribs. The position of his legs suggests he may have been knock-kneed. DNA analysis will later reveal he had blood type O positive and was probably lactose intolerant. His cholesterol levels were high, and he had been infected with Lyme disease from a tick bite. Even his equipment is remarkably well preserved. He carried small wooden containers, weapons, all sorts of tools, and some functional clothing. All signs point to one conclusion: this man lived in the Copper Age. He must have been lying in the ice for more than 5,300 years. He's a short king by modern European standards, has brown eyes and medium-length brown hair. Or at least he used to. By now he's gone completely bald. He's wearing goat leather leggings and a long fur coat. His head is covered by a bearskin cap. His shoes are made of leather and bast fibers. He has stuffed them with grass to keep his feet warm. He's wearing a kind of backpack loaded with all his belongings. The man is exhausted and breathing heavily because he's on the run. He has walked all the way from what is now the Vinschgau Valley in South Tyrol. His roots lie even further south. His ancestors came from Anatolia in modern-day Turkey. He's been on the move for days. But now he's taking a break. He pulls 2 birch bark containers from his wooden backpack. Inside are hot embers he has wrapped in maple leaves to keep them smoldering for hours. It's basically a Stone Age fire starter. He sits by the fire and enjoys a simple meal: dried ibex meat and grain porridge. He also chews on some bracken fern. The plant is toxic, but he's suffering from severe stomach pain and is trying to ease it however he can. The man is in pretty rough shape. He has been dealing with constant diarrhea caused by some nasty whipworm parasites he picked up a while ago. On top of that, he's itching all over. He's got fleas. His teeth are a mess too. He has cavities, gum disease, and a rotten front tooth. His feet, which have carried him all this way, are also in quite bad shape. One toe has already suffered frostbite and he's got a fungal infection. But all those ailments are peanuts compared to the deep cut on his right hand. Just days ago, the man got into a fight and did not walk away unscathed. Now he inspects his tools and weapons. His bow is still working, but several arrows are missing from his deerskin quiver. He might have lost them while fleeing. Now he's trying to carve new ones, but his tools are worn down, and he's struggling. He also carries a dagger with a wooden handle and a flintstone blade. Next to that, a versatile copper axe that can be used both as a woodworking tool and a deadly weapon. He carefully sharpens them with a special sharpening tool. It's been a while since he has met someone who wished him well. And he has been wandering through the Alps ever since, completely alone and isolated. Always running, fleeing, physically and probably emotionally drained. But he won't be alone much longer. The people chasing him have caught up. Now there's a flintstone arrowhead lodged between his shoulder and second rib, 27 millimeters long and 18 millimeters wide. It has pierced an artery. He is losing a lot of blood and his blood pressure drops. Within minutes, he slips into unconsciousness. The man dies at around 46 years old, right here, high up in the Ötztal Alps. Thousands of years later, his place of death will give him his now legendary name: Ötzi. Entire civilizations rise and fall, but Ötzi stays right where he is, frozen in time, perfectly preserved in the ice. Until one day, some 5,000 years later, a couple of hikers stumbles across his body. Ötzi is one of the most important discoveries in archaeological history. Unlike most other prehistoric mummies, he wasn't buried in some elaborate ritual. He wasn't carefully laid to rest with symbolic gifts. His life was cut short abruptly, violently. But his body and tools provide us with something very unique. A glimpse into the last minutes before his death. A window to the life of a real person from the Copper Age. We'll probably never know who killed him, but his body tells a far bigger story. About the diseases, diet, and tools of our ancestors. Ötzi greatly expanded our knowledge of this period in human history. Thanks to him, we now know that some early humans traveled far greater distances than we thought, that copper tools were already in widespread use, and that infections like Lyme disease have been around for a long, long time. Today, Ötzi is the most thoroughly studied mummy in the world, and science is far from done with him. Researchers keep adding new pieces to the puzzle, hoping that one day they will be able to unlock even more insights into his immune system, a more detailed look at his brain. At first, Austria claimed the mummy was theirs, but a border survey revealed that Ötzi had died just a few meters on the Italian side. Today, he rests in a high-tech cooling chamber at the Museum of Archaeology in Bolzano. His preservation is a full-time job. His body is kept at a constant -6 degrees Celsius and almost 100% humidity. It has to be sprayed with sterile water every 2 months to prevent it from losing moisture. Meanwhile, scientists are constantly working on new preservation techniques to ensure Ötzi can be seen and studied for generations to come. For a long time, experts thought his incredible condition was a lucky fluke, that a sudden shift in climate had flash frozen his body and locked him in ice forever. Today we know that's not entirely true. Ötzi's body hasn't been constantly sealed. The ice around him melted and refroze again and again, which means there might be more out there. Other ancient humans still resting somewhere high up in the glaciers, waiting to be found, waiting to reveal the next chapter in the story of where we came from.